Welcome to the Review Every Ship by CitizenCon 2024 series. The point is to give an update on every ship since some haven't had a video made about them in years. We'll go in depth, but we won't repeat everything on the RSI website. We will link to multiple sources of information either in the description or in a pinned comment. We finish our series with the Aegis manufacturer, and we close with the Aegis Vanguard series, and its 4 variants. We have the Vanguard Harbinger, $290 standalone, $280 war bond, was $280 at concept. Vanguard Sentinel, $275 standalone, $265 war bond, was $265 at concept. Vanguard Warden, $260 standalone, $245 war bond, $250 at concept. And the Vanguard Hoplite, $240 standalone, $225 war bond, was $225 at concept. The Aegis Vanguard Harbinger is UEE's standard fighter bomber, converting the standard Warden model's escape pod into a potent bomb bay. The extended range of the Vanguard and the relatively small profile mean that it can go where carrier-based planes or larger strategic bombers don't, and then strike hard and make it back to frontier bases. The Vanguard Harbinger is a powerful bomber that can operate out of the roughest forward operating bases. The Aegis Vanguard Sentinel is an electronic warfare ship that's designated to fight smart instead of taking enemies head on. The conversion features an AR cockpit, an external EWAR pod, decoy missiles, and a set of EMP charges. Vanguard Sentinels often provide necessary combat support for combined operations. A lone Sentinel assigned Wild Weasel tasks is frequently paired with Harbinger bombers and Warden escorts for large attack missions. The Aegis Vanguard Warden is a long-range military fighter, which features extensive forward-mounted weaponry designed to tear through the shields and armor of other spacecraft. So named because their multiple jump range allows them to form the vanguard of any military expedition. Vanguards have seen extensive service against the Vandal. The Aegis Vanguard Hoplite is a cross between the Vanguard Deep Space Fighter and a dedicated boarding ship. Adapting the reliable base design for combined operations, the Hoplite is designed to insert an armored strike team in its target location and provide it with fire support until extraction. For the sake of this review, I will refer to the Vanguards as their modular names to save time. For measurements, the Vanguards all have a length of 38.5, a beam of 40, height of 8.5, and they are all medium ships. Its minimum crew is 2 and its maximum crew is 2, except for the Hoplite, which is 1 crew for both. It can carry 0 SCU. Every variant except the Warden has a top SCM speed of 171 and max speed of 1022. The Warden SCM is 169 and max is 1116. That speed is average for 3.22, but for its class, the Warden variant is slightly above average. For maneuverability, it is more of the same. It's an average to slightly below average ship overall as a 3.22, but as far as the medium class of ships, it's average. For weapons, the Harbinger has 4 size 4 missile racks, 1 size 5 torpedo rack, 1 size 6 man turret, 4 size 2 weapon hardpoints, and 1 size 5 weapon hardpoint. For weapons, the Sentinel has 4 size 4 missile racks, 1 size 6 man turret, 4 size 2 weapon hardpoints, and 1 size 5 weapon hardpoint. Also, it has 1 size 4 EMP generator. Now, don't forget, the Aegis Sentinel also has decoy missiles. For weapons, the Warden has 4 size 4 missile racks, 1 size 6 man turret, 4 size 2 weapon hardpoints, and 1 size 5 weapon hardpoint. For weapons, the Hoplite has 2 size 4 missile racks, 1 size 6 man turret, 4 size 2 weapon hardpoints, and 1 size 5 weapon hardpoint. For ship parts, the Hoplite, Warden, and Harbinger have 1 medium radar, 1 medium computer, and 1 small computer, 2 medium power plants, 2 medium coolers, 2 medium shield generators, 2 medium fuel intakes, 2 medium fuel tanks, 1 medium quantum drive, 1 medium jump module, and 1 medium quantum fuel tank. The Sentinel has all the same parts with the exception of the computers, where it swaps the small computer for a redundant medium computer. The hull HP for all the Vanguards is 42,900, which is definitely above average overall, but for the medium class it has the 4th best overall. My guess is that gets a buff later because right now the C1 and A1 Spirit, which are considerably cheaper ships that aren't really heavy combat focused, they have about 25k more hull HP. The shields on the Sentinel are the Shoot series, which are front-back shields. The total shield pool is about 20,000 and it regens at about 403 HP per second. The shields on the Harbinger are the Secure Shield series, which are front-back shields. The total shield pool is about 14,000 and it regens at about 330 HP per second. The shields on the Warden and Hoplite are the Full Stop series, which are front-back shields. The total shield pool is about 18,000 and it regens at about 367 HP per second. The quantum speed for the Harbinger is 10 megakilometers every 82 seconds, and the max distance the quantum drive will go is about 109 megakilometers. The quantum speed for the Sentinel is 10 megakilometers every 197 seconds, and the max distance the quantum drive will go is about 135 megakilometers. The quantum speed for both the Warden and the Hoplite is 10 megakilometers every 82 seconds, and the max distance the quantum drive will go is about 121 megakilometers. The claim time for the Harbinger and the Sentinel is about 22 minutes. The expedited time is about 3.5 minutes, and the expedited cost is about 5,500. For the Warden, it's about 10 minutes. The expedited time is about 3.5 minutes, and the expedited cost is about 5,000. For the Hoplite, it's about 18 minutes. The expedited time is about 3 minutes, and the expedited cost is about 4,600. For amenities, the Harbinger has a torpedo launcher. The Sentinel has a size 4 EMP generator and an electronic warfare suite along with the decoy missiles. The Warden has a slightly higher SCM speed. The Hoplite has a 10-slot large gun rack along with 6 passenger jump seats. Now it's time to rate this ship. A rating I rate from 1 to 10. My 1 is only by if you have a unique reason that is specific to you or because you like the looks of the ship. My 10 is basically if you have the money, this ship is almost guaranteed to be useful to you in the game. A 1 doesn't mean the ship is useless or ugly, and a 10 doesn't mean the ship is perfect. Just remember, this is just our rating. Please give us yours in the comments down below. And if it's different than ours, then scream it at us.
Yo. What's up?
My rating for this ship overall is a 4 for the Warden, 5 for the Hoplite, and a 6 for the Harbinger and a 6 for the Sentinel. Let me start with the fact that all these ships need a gold standard pass or rework. If they get that, they should all get a point bump, so these are all scores as of 3.22. The Warden makes absolutely no sense to me sometimes. It's billed as a heavy fighter, but has a weaker hull than 2 random other ships that aren't even strictly military based, and a weak shield to top it off. I would get the Harbinger every single time instead of the Warden because it's the same ship but with torpedoes added. The Warden should either be way tougher to take down with its armor, or should have better guns, or it should have what the Harbinger has, torpedoes. The Hoplite is nice, but the Retaliator can be had around the same price with 18 jump seats instead of 6. Also, the one ship that doesn't have to worry about crew is a dropship, so I would be looking for the Retaliator with the jump seat module first, or the Valkyrie over this if I could afford it. Honestly, the Hoplite should have the guns the Warden has. The Warden should have the torps the Harbinger has, and the Harbinger should have half the guns but twice the torps, and bump those torps to size 6. Lastly, we have the Sentinel, which is a bit harder because it's the only ship in game that has a dedicated E-Warfare suite. However, since E-War isn't in game right now, I'm really just rating it a 6 because the EMPs on that are excellent. My biggest problem with it is that it doesn't have better shields, or at least come with military B or military A class component shields to make up for that extra price. So basically it boils down to the price you're paying for these. All of them are overpriced by at least $25 for what you get. The Warden is the worst because the Harbinger exists, and the Warden is overpriced for what you get. The Hoplite needs more jump seats to be viable, or at least a larger bottom turret for when you do those hot drops, and it's overpriced. The Sentinel and Harbinger are both great, but they are both overpriced for what you get, which drops them down to being just slightly above average. They all lose points as a value proposition. All that being said, buy whatever ship you want. It's your game. If you love the Vanguard series that much, go get it. Don't let us stop you. This is just what we think. At some point, maybe these will get a solid rework or some much needed balancing. However, so far, they will all be an earn-in game for me. Thanks for spending your time with us. That's it for this one. Peace.